It's crap. And see.
MNC, it's MNC. He gon' rack it up, get your game on, and he gon' bag it up. Y'all know what Mooch on, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. It's that time to get ready for the MMC show. Grab your coffee or your liquor, cause we ready to roll. They talking games, plus some gadgets, and you already know. Dial that number, leave them questions, and away they go. Be a pony or a bot, the truth be it don't matter. We just gamers talking games, not those drama queens matters. So let's talk about gaming, news, leaks, and reviews. This a fan show on whatever topic y'all choose. True Xbox fans, and y'all know we bleed green. Yet we got every console we can play, everything. Got that Forza, got that Halo, got that Fallout, got that Kratos, got that Zelda, got that Spidey, got that AC, got it Ike, Mooch and Crap. And crap, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. We just talking about games, no drama. That's how we do. MMC stays a show just for the people. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug to be a fiend to. Gaming is the #1 hobby we all keen to. Mooch and Crap, bringing gaming opinions and facts. MMC is back on the map. It's the best for show, and that's that. It's MNC, it's MNC, it's Mooch and Crap. It's Mooch and Crap. MMC is back. MNC is back. It's back. It's back. And y'all already know.
We are definitely live. We're a little late today, but we are live and the show must go on. Sully, thanks for the great intro there. It was great to be able to hear it live and in the just in the now versus that slight delay we usually have. So it's great to be here this morning, guys. Looking forward to a lot of gaming news to discuss. It's been a big weekend for gaming. I wish we could put more sand in the hourglass. But before we get into all that, let me introduce the one, the only CrapGamer. Crap, how you doing this morning?
What's going on? I'm doing okay, man. I'm excited to be here. Everybody share out the link.
Please.
Yeah, let us know what's going on. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. It would be appreciated. Thank you guys. God bless. Godspeed.
That's really nice of you, Crap.
Yes, I'm a nice guy.
You are.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sully.
Say. Okay, that's all right.
Gotcha.
We'll work through it.
We'll keep on talking. What's up, T-Rock? We got some good people in the chat.
Absolutely.
I see 9 lives. He's one of the more awesome Xbox
yes, he is.
Controllers.
Hey.
Hey, man.
I'm doing his thing, Crap.
I hear you, man. No problems with that, man. He can damage control. Like we're all about the different opinions around
That's
here.
right.
I mean?
It makes for great conversation. Shout out to WRZ Cup. There he is.
Yeah, he is, man. What's up, man? Your Browns suck.
Oh, man. Sorry. I can't even say anything. I got to wait. I'm rebuilding.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who are you guys going to lose to today?
We're probably going to lose to the Bucks, Tampa Bay Bucks.
Oh, man. How are you going to lose to the Bucks?
Okay,
man?
I'm back. Sorry, guys. My mic is back. My mic is working.
Great.
I fixed it.
What's going on,
That's
Sully?
great. Yeah, sorry.
What game have you put 5,000 hours into this week, man?
Borderlands. I beat it. I beat Borderlands. I put 50 hours in it. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's impressive, is it not?
It is. That's
I will say this much. So, Crap, one of the things we can kind of talk about, people were saying that there was an issue with multiplayer. So myself, on my last stream, I invited Sully and Jay join, Jay the Matrix Gamer. Crap, no issues.
Yep.
When we were playing, the three of us on multiplayer, streaming it. Just a fantastic game. The game's a lot of fun. Whatever they did some behind-the-scenes patches this week, and I got that in our title here today. This is one of those things where it was kind of like a sneak attack that we all loved. So, here's Gearbox going out there, not doing anything flashy. They just went ahead. They did something because people were reporting all weekend long, and I saw it on Friday. Somebody was like, Mooch, did you notice that Borderlands did an update, but it doesn't reveal anything at all about the update? And I said, I saw it, but I don't know what it is. And it was definitely a performance boost. And the official patch hasn't even been released yet.
No.
Well,
I mean, they know what they're doing. You know, they're a Gearbox. Absolutely. You know what I mean? They're a quality developer. So I wouldn't worry about what they're doing at all. I think, again, people that like Borderlands, I hear, are going to like Borderlands. Now, I've heard that it's not exactly great in terms of the UI. I hear people have a problem with the UI.
Well, the UI is also part of that whole thing. So whether you're playing single player or not, the UI is definitely, you can see when you go to hit the, if you will, select button, whatever we want to call it these days, menu button, and you go ahead and do that, you will see as you hit RB and LB going back and forth through your menu on the UI crap, it is a little bit sluggish. At first, you can see it's kind of it's almost like it's being like dragged across the screen. Yeah, but at the same point, I got to be honest with you, that's really small potatoes. It's really that's not a big deal. It happens for about a second and a half. Once you're in the UI, then it flows just fine.
Oh yeah, I hear you, man. Like, I've heard people don't like the hub world or whatever. Like, what's your take on the hub world situation?
Yeah, and I think if we're talking about the same, you're talking about basically the map and the situation there with guarding through all the different missions.
I was listening to some podcasts and stuff, and then I heard some people talking about how they like the game, but they want there to be more of the game, and they spend an hour at a time, in the hub world, and they just want to be out there just like doing their thing.
That is I wouldn't call it a cause for concern, but that's Borderlands crap. I mean that Sully, I think you'll back me up on that. Borderlands 2, I spent a lot of my time looking at the map, where to go next. It is a little bit more in this case crap, but that's because we all asked for bigger and better. So you got bigger and better, but now it's the same kind of game, and now you have to constantly go back to the map. Because the maps are just massive now. They're
huge.
massive.
Yeah.
So you can't. So if you pick a certain mission, you can't just assume that the map you're on is where that mission takes place. So you are constantly going back to the HUD, or you are constantly going back to that UI where you have to navigate through your menu, through your missions, through your inventory. Listen, if that's something you don't like, there's a lot of games you probably don't like. I think that's just kind of the way that game is built, and I can't force anybody to like that. That's something you can't talk somebody into. You either love it or you don't.
Yeah.
But the game itself is just a blast. The writing, I was a little skeptical. The first 10 hours I was playing, I'm like, the writing's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah.
And now it's picking up steam. Now I'm about I think I'm level 23 or 24. And I'll tell you, the writing's picking up. I heard that the guns really get good once you get to level 30 crap. So, the game is one of those things where you got to...
I heard Destiny got good after 20 hours, too.
Well, there's something to that. I was going to say, you remember earlier in the generation crap, we used to talk about that all the time with games. And I was one that used to say as well, I don't know if I necessarily want to hear that I got to play a game for 10 or 20 hours before it gets quote-unquote good. But I got to tell you, these games are getting so big. Look at Cyberpunk 2077 crap. 2077. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
That's going to be a massive game. Like, don't think you're not going to be going to the map a bunch of times in that. Don't think you're going to be spending a lot of time fast traveling. Missions, dialogue, things to read. Like, we asked for these bigger games, and then we're like, but can't we keep it simple?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that. You can't take a massive game like Cyberpunk 2077 and expect it to be as easy as Qbert, right? It's not like that. So you can't have your cake and eat it too, I guess, in this case. So I guess that's the trade-off. I don't have a problem with that. Shout out to V Italia in the chat. He's here. We got a bunch of great people here. I know, guys, we got a late start. Tweet it out. Let everybody know. Please do copy that link. Send it out to everybody on YouTube. Let everybody know that we're here. YouTube. Try Twitter.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. I'm just, there's so much happening on Sunday. Sundays used to be relaxing crap.
Well, I mean,
they're not anymore.
They're not as relaxing anymore, just because it's football season and stuff like that. Barry Big Plum says, "Keep doing your thing, dudes. Appreciate it."
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, we did get started a little bit late in the afternoon. Stuff happens, you know what I mean? Mr. Twister says, "Shout out Mooch and Crap. Have a good show."
Thank you.
Appreciate that as well, man. Look, the super chat works.
Super chat's working, guys.
It does. It's really appreciated. So share it out, all that kind of good stuff. What about this Link's Awakening thing, man? Have you given that any time to play yet? What do you think about that?
So I put about an hour and a half in last night. And listen, you want to talk about nostalgia is a hell of a drug, crap. I don't care what drug you like. I don't care if it's just caffeine, okay? This is something that's absolutely amazing. I love what they did. This is another situation where the UI, again, is still mimicking, if you will, the prior, because this is a Game Boy release. This was originally a Game Boy release. And please correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a Game Boy release that's now been remastered, if you will, or
it's a remake. Yeah.
Right? The remake, pardon me. And they did everything so beautiful. It's like claymation kind of animation. Looks really good. The colors are so bright and vivid. And so, I'm glad that you brought this up, Crap. I've really been trying, and you saw me tweet it out. And I think that there's a point in time where I've got to start to try and play the Switch a little bit more portable. And let me explain, Crap, because I know me and you are both big fans of keeping it docked. But I think me and you hit a real good point on Crossfire. Me and you mentioned it, and you were with me on this. If I go to my couch, I sit down, I turn on my Switch, and I play Link's Awakening. Now, don't get me wrong. Games that are exclusive on a certain system, they keep you honed in on that certain system. But I'm sitting there, and I'm playing Link's Awakening, and I'm like, you know what? Crap, I'm in the same seat that I could also be playing Borderlands 3 or Control.
Yeah.
Right? And all of a sudden, listen, no disrespect to Link's Awakening at all, because I couldn't wait to get it. I went and got it day one.
Yeah.
But sometimes I was just so deterred to go and play Control or another game on either the PS4 or the Xbox. And I think I said to myself, you know what I got to do? I got to take this handheld, and I've got to see if I can start playing the Switch when I'm not just sitting on the couch in front of the coffee table. Yeah. Right? So what I did, Crap, and I think you saw the pictures yesterday, and if you guys didn't, check out my Twitter. I sent a bunch of pictures out yesterday. I ordered I think it's the Hordy. It's called the Hordy Damon X something or another. It's got the longest name in gaming I've ever seen.
Damon X
But what
Machina.
it does,
yeah. That's what
go ahead, Sully.
No, Damon X Machina. That's what you're talking about, right?
That's what it is, right?
Game?
Damon X. Yeah. So the Damon X, and I ordered that. Basically, what it does, Crap, is you take off your Joy-Cons and you click in what looks and feels like an Xbox 360 controller on both sides. The thumb placements are right where you want them. The buttons are right where you want them. The grips are bigger. This has got CrapGamer written all over it, by the way.
Yeah.
So when I saw it on pre-order, I said, you know what? This thing's probably $100. No way in hell I want anything to do with it. I went and looked at it on Amazon, Crap. $44.99. Now, there's a bunch of these knockoff things that are for sale that are all between $25 and $49. I said, let's try this out. It might be something great. It might suck. But I will say, I'm going to give it a try. It makes it so that you can actually hold it, and it feels like you're playing a 360 controller, but you're actually holding the unit portably.
Yeah.
And, I mean, would that change your mind? Would that get you to come around?
Here's the thing. I like the Switch, and I play on the Switch, but I usually play on the Switch for maybe an hour at a time or something like that.
That's fair.
What I mean? Yeah, because, again, like if I can't play with a, and get some kind of achievements or something, I just like those. I like the little meta game. Getting some of those extra little bonuses for playing. And it feels to me like sort of a waste of time, when I'm not getting that little extra something or something, and they're really good games. But again, like you, I'm like, hey man, I could be playing some VR. I could be playing, something great on PlayStation or, something, whatever to help people play on Xbox. I don't even know, but, I could be playing something on Xbox or PlayStation. So yeah, it would be interesting to see how that kind of plays about if they would actually ever add something. That's one of the things with like Nintendo. They're a little bit progressive with some things, but then other things like that, like what would it hurt to actually have some kind of an achievement system? If people don't care, then they can continue not to care. But if you do care, then you get what you want. And that to me is all the difference in the world. I would just really prefer if it had something along those lines. So yeah, I don't get it at all. But hey,
I think I did. Listen, I'm trying to see if Crap will come around. I did come around to what Crap was talking about. I would say that my involvement with Switch would probably, I'm going to be realistic with everybody, probably about 25 to 30% increase in usage, Crap, if they did enter in an achievement system of some sort, right? Listen, guys, you guys know I don't achievement or trophy hunt. I really, really don't. I don't. But I will say this much. As you continue playing these games, when something pops and it shows you a trophy or it shows you an achievement, there's a sense of accomplishment. And I don't care. Shout out to Richie. He says, Mooch, I love trophies. I know you do, Richie. I got to be honest with you. There is something, we all do this. When you get up and go to work, right? At the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, depends on your project or what you do for a living, okay? There's a sense of accomplishment for finishing whatever your task is at hand, Crap, okay? And the problem here is that when you get going on a Switch game and you're 4 hours in, you're 10 hours in, you're 20 hours in, the game doesn't tell you that progression. It doesn't give you, listen, even when you're downloading new software to your PC, there's a progress bar.
Yeah.
People like progress, Crap. We take care and check our progress. It's what we do. It's a people thing. It's not a me thing.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if I said, yeah, crap, here's a new software update for your computer. And then they said, well, when's it end? And I go, I don't know. Was there a bar? No. Well, when can I use it? Just wait. I don't want to wait. I want to see the progress bar. So you ought to have something, an achievement, a trophy, something to show some sort of an achievement, a progress bar. So
I agree.
It's important, but shout out to WRZ Cup. WRZ Cup has never gotten this much Nintendo coverage on a Mooch and Crap show ever.
Somebody asked me, they're like, why don't you talk more about Nintendo stuff? I'm like, I don't think our audience is really
not sure if
Nintendo stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some that probably like it, but you know, for me personally, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Shout out to Gaming Forte as well, who said he went and traded in his original Switch crap, okay, for a Lite. Now, listen, so shout out to Gaming Forte. I said this on another show, crap. I'm going to say it to you. Tell me what you think. Little Moochonomics here on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, depending on where you live. I've got that 3DS for the kids that I bought about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And crap, they're not using it. I think we've moved on. I think we've gotten to a point where it's either the Switch is now the new portable, or they're not doing, or they're doing iPads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have a 3DS or a 2DS or something like that.
Yeah. I've got.
Do you find yourself using it less now that the Switch is around?
Well, I never used mine like a ton. I would like sometimes I like to have like a TV on watching something and then play a little something for a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm not real big on, I'm not going to sit there and play a handheld for hours at a time. You know what I mean? Like, but I'll play through a Mario for, 20 minutes here or there before I go to bed. So that's pretty much how I kind of utilized mine. But I got, all like a ton of the really good games for it. There's a lot of really great games for like the 3DS. So yeah, it's like more of their legacy console, but there's so many good games on there that aren't even on the Switch yet. So, for me, it still has some value, but I wouldn't fault you if you're not using it. Hey, go ahead and trade it in. I still got my NES. I'm not one of those people that gets rid of a lot of my stuff. So I still got a lot of my original stuff, and I don't really plan on dumping any of that stuff anytime soon. Like I still got my Wii U. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, I don't know why. I mean, I'm thinking. All I see when you say that crap, I see this distant future, and I see CrapGamer as a grandfather, and I see him taking that box out, being like, "Kids, take a look at this," and they look at it for about 8 seconds. And then you put it back where you got it from.
Well, it's
That's
never
memory.
I don't know, man. I guess it's just nostalgia or whatever. Like I bought those NES Mini and the Super Nintendo Mini. I've never even used them. You know what I mean? So
I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to Ben Link. He says the goats are live. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Ben Link. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, yeah, we are. We appreciate that as well. Buck Rogers says, same here, crap. I keep all my old consoles in games. Yep, I got a ton of them running out of space. That might be the only way that I would get rid of my stuff because I am moving is like if I don't have room or whatever. And the thing is I haven't told her yet is like I got a closet full of boxes for stuff, right? Like I keep all my boxes, all that stuff, right? I've got my Xbox 360 boxes, my Nintendo 64 box, my Dreamcast box. I got boxes upon boxes for my stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
there's nothing wrong with that crap. I mean, listen. The thing about it is this, and I've watched a lot of YouTubers that have been doing a lot of the Nintendo. Let's talk about the Nintendo Switch Lite that's come out, crap. And this will marry right into your story about the boxes of merchandise that you have.
Yeah,
right. It is, and you have a ton of stuff. You probably could open up your own mom and pop shop.
Probably.
Right, in gaming. And here's my thing. I went and I took back, I had bought, you guys know this, over the past holiday, there was some sort of a deal there for Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition. I got it for $9.
Yeah.
So I had originally bought Horizon Zero Dawn physical copy, and it had been sitting. So I had 2 copies of it. I said, well, this is ridiculous. I take that. And then I told Crap I'd never play Crash Bandicoot, the remake, the remaster, the whatever. Yeah. And boy, was I never so more right. Boy, Mooch knows how to call a Mooch prediction. And crap, I never played it. So I said, you know what? The hell with this. I took those 2, and I had a $65 gift certificate to GameStop, went in, and I grabbed the Link's Awakening. I grabbed basically it's a portable device made by Nintendo that copies and mimics the Satisfy, which I had to actually bring it back.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't working so well. But at the same time, I bring it back, and I walk out the store with that device and Link's Awakening for $19. Because
That's not bad.
No, you get a lot of trade back money when you bring stuff back.
Yeah.
But I'm really thinking
especially
about
Nintendo stuff, right? Like
absolutely.
Like I still got my Wii and a bunch of Wii stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how bad it is, and it's like I never will go back and use that stuff. You know? Like
no,
yeah.
But why not return? They're giving you around $75 to $100 for your 3DS, guys. You take that, you bring it in, and then all of a sudden you got yourself a Switch Lite. Crap, the Switch Lite looks like it's a much better, well-built device. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm not a handheld guy though. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
the problem. I don't think I can talk you into this crap because it's too small. For your hands, the way you're saying the original one gives you a hard time.
Yeah, it's like it's
not gonna
awkward.
work.
You know what I mean? How you got to hold your hands like at a weird kind of angle. That's why I've always liked the Xbox controllers because they were the asymmetrical thumbsticks on there. You know what I mean? I've gotten more used to the PS4 ones lately, but I always have the most hard time with the Nintendo stuff, and and especially like those, like when I couldn't just game on that thing with the way it comes, right? Like with the little things, the controllers that stick together, and then you can hold them. Like, how people can play multiplayer by one holding one of the, like, I can't even do that. You know what I mean? Got these giant ham hocks. So yeah, it's like, I like, the Pro controller is a must.
Absolutely.
And even on the Wii U, I had a Pro controller. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is for me. What about this Sega Genesis Mini? Is that something that interests you?
Crap, I got to be honest with you. That's a big time pass for me. And here's the only reason.
Oh, man.
No. Listen, I'm not going to bash it. I'm not. But I went and I fell for this a long time ago. Do you remember the knockoff Sega Genesis? It was like it came out, my God, it had to have been 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
It came out, it had about 100 games in it digitally. Yeah. And it came with these knockoff Sega Genesis controllers. Like, here's the thing. Even the SNES Mini, I'm not using it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to use this. It's another thing. And you know me, I don't have a museum here. I've got probably maybe about 100 physical discs between 360, Xbox One, PS4. And those are the ones that I literally would say that I don't ever take them out. I don't take a thumb selfie. Right? I don't do any of that stuff on Twitter. I should
see thumb selfies.
It's not a bad thumb. It's not a bad thumb. But the point of the matter is that those are games that honestly are near and dear to my heart. For me, I say that's something I remember that there's no, and plus if you trade them in crap, you get like 25 cents to $1. You're better off using it as a coaster.
Yeah.
So there's no sense of me turning it in. That's kind of that's just it's a waste. So I keep those. But no, the Sega Genesis Mini, is this on your radar? Do you see you're not going to come home. If you're telling me, Mooch, I'm not going to come home and play Link's Awakening that much, you're not going to come home and play Altered Beasts?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It just really kind of depends on, I guess, the type of gamer you are or whatever. It's like I don't have a ton of time right now as it is anyway to do a lot of gaming. So, what the hell was that, Sully?
That was Sully.
Sorry.
Oh.
Was that a hiccup or a burp or a sneeze?
No, I coughed. I drank something and I got stuck. Yeah, no worries.
Man,
keep on going. Let's go. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine, man.
He's having a time this morning.
He is. What do you think about this The Last of Us 2 news, right? Like, what a time for them to just come out of nowhere and kind of announce this, right?
Crap. Listen, you guys, everybody take a seat, please. You guys may not be ready for this. I can't believe I'm saying it, crap. But as a Mooch, it pains me to say this, but I believe I'll be buying the best collector's edition I could possibly get.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I don't really care if it's a statue. I don't care if it's a keychain with Joel's head on it. I don't care what it is, but I've got to have it. I can't tell you how excited I am for this upcoming Tuesday. And let me tell you, in case you guys are wondering, behind the scenes, I'm going to be playing a ton of The Last of Us multiplayer so I can stream it. And if you guys want to join me between now and February, because the release date crap has been leaked. They're saying February 28th.
Yeah.
Are you buying that leak?
Yeah, because it leaked originally to be a February something launch date to begin with. So I can understand that gives them plenty of time to buffer between that and then the launch of the PS5. So I do think that that's going to be probably the date that it comes out, and that's really good. You get that 4-month buffer between Death Stranding and that. And, then you got another, of course, you're going to have like the baseball game come out as well. And then, of course, you're going to go into like Ghost of Tsushima, probably going to be a cross-gen exclusive for PlayStation 5 as well. So Sony's got things working. They've got a lot of stuff. Like this is what I've been saying about Sony when everybody wants to bring up Xbox and how they're going to have this great lineup of exclusives. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense for Microsoft to have a great lineup of exclusives because, first of all, they got Game Pass. So if they put a bunch of stuff out at one time, it doesn't make sense. They're going to need stuff throughout that first year. So I would expect Halo to be pretty much the big thing that they get. And that's basically, I think Halo is going to be it. You might get a couple smaller things, but I feel like Halo, and then I feel like they're going to announce Forza 8, but it's not going to come out probably till spring of 2021.
What about Fable? Crap, they're probably going to announce Fable next E3.
They might, but it's not. I don't think it's coming out, anytime too soon. I think probably 2022.
Oh, I agree with
something like that. So yeah, I do think like they're at the point where they literally have to announce stuff. But it's kind of sad when you think about it. So they just released Gears. Now we have a 15-month drought without a nothing. Okay, no AAA games. Then we'll get a Halo. And then we'll get a Forza. So it's the same problem, just rears back up again and again and again. All we get are Gears, Forza, and Halo over and over and over again until they can break that cycle with something AAA. I don't think there's a reason to really believe in Xbox. I've been seeing more and more people leave, and they're going PC or they're going something else. And I can understand that, right? Like, honestly, 15 months of nothing. Okay?
Yeah, that's a long time.
That like... You could get a PlayStation if you haven't played a PlayStation 4 this entire generation. You could sell your Xbox, get a PlayStation, and play probably all their great hits, and still play the multi-plat you want to play, and you'll be just fine. Okay?
Yeah,
because you're literally missing nothing.
Well, crap! But does Microsoft really care if you sell your Xbox and play on PC? They don't care.
Exactly. Well, again, here's the thing: people go, "Well, that's still Microsoft's ecosystem." What they don't understand is, Microsoft gets 30% of every multi-platform sale on Xbox. They don't do that if you're buying your multi-plats elsewhere, okay? And there's nothing in the next 15 months worthwhile where people are like, man, I can't wait. I got to get me an Xbox or I got to play that even on PC. Like, I can tell you right now, nobody's dying to get Battletoads or Bleeding Edge. Like, those games look trashy. I'm not going to lie, like, really trashy. So
yeah, I think those to me, they look like they're filler AA games.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the way I take it.
I don't even Battletoads look like a single A game to me. So you know what I'm saying. And then when you look at what the Switch is doing, okay, like Link's Awakening. What do they got? They got an Animal Crossing,
Fire Emblem,
Astral Chain. Yeah, they've got what is
Luigi's Mansion? Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah, WRZ Cup. WRZ Cup. You know how to get a hold of me.
Exactly. It's hard mooching those games though. But yeah, so they've literally got all this stuff. 9 Lives goes, what has Sony announced for PS5? Nothing. And you're right. You know what? But here's the thing. In this day and age where everybody can look at LinkedIn and see what everybody's working on and everybody's got loose lips. Okay, so I can produce you articles right now that show what these companies are working on. And I might not give you names. Okay, so we know Guerrilla Games is working on Horizon Zero Dawn 2. That leaked because the voice actress said it. That they're good, and it's way better than the first one, she said. Not only that, Guerrilla Games has a second new first-person shooter that could be ready, potentially be a launch game. You also have Insomniac Games working on Spider-Man 2 and possibly Ratchet & Clank as a launch game. That's rumored. Or something else. You also obviously have a new God of War coming. You also have the Days Gone studio working on something, probably a sequel to that. This stuff you can go look. They've already announced that they're working on their next game. Okay? Yeah. These aren't secrets. This stuff leaks out. Naughty Dog has like a steampunk new IP that's going to be coming out next year or next gen. Excuse me, not next year, next gen. This stuff is all out there. When you look at Microsoft's side, the only thing that leaked is Fable, and people are pinning their hopes on the new AA from Ninja Theory that's not Bleeding Edge. But again, that's putting a lot of hopes on there. Now, what was funny was people were getting excited and sent me this Obsidian Entertainment their job listing for their quote unquote next great RPG. Okay, so they're looking for a lead narrative designer position, which means they haven't started this game yet.
Right.
Okay. So the jobs include, they posted almost a dozen job listings on LinkedIn. The jobs include combat designer, user interface artist, and a lead narrative designer. They also reference Obsidian. It references directly Obsidian's next big RPG.
Right.
The lead narrative designer position provides a hint at what Obsidian will be working on. The first line in the listing tasks the role to join a team making their next great multi-platform RPG.
Yep.
Multi-platform. Okay. It's not surprising, but it does confirm that Obsidian will be working on another big RPG, which is very interesting. And it says it could imply the Outer Worlds RPG scenario where the game launches on PS4 and Switch too. So again, that's very interesting that this is a brand new LinkedIn stuff, and they're like multi-platform. So is it Outer Worlds 2? Is it something else? I heard some people go, well, that just means PC. When you see people hiring for other stuff at Xbox, they never say multi-platform release. Okay, so it's weird wording, because it would be like our next Xbox family release, or you know what I mean. But the fact that it specifically says multi-platform, I mean, first of all, see you in 2024 when this game actually gets announced.
That's what I was going to say. We're going to be waiting forever for this game.
Yeah, not only that, but it's like, this is the problem then. People are like, whoa, chill out, crap. It takes time. It takes time to make games, blah, blah, blah. And this is something that I hear a ton.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it takes time to make games. And I'm like, listen, we've waited so long already. We keep waiting and waiting and waiting. The last new AAA IP announcement was in 2015.
Yeah.
And we're almost in 2020. When are they going to announce something new? And when are we going to get it? You could look at 8 or 9 years before we actually get something in that new AAA space, which is utterly ridiculous.
Look at the Switch, for crying out loud. I'm tired of hearing that as well, and I'll tell you why. Yes, games do take 3 to 4 years. There's no doubt about that. That's something we all know. But there's actions that can be taken by a company when they want to actually get their name and their better foot forward. I'll give you an example. Okay, this generation in 2012 started with the Wii U. Let's not forget that. So in the same time that the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 have been out, the Wii U has come, gone, been revitalized with the Switch, and look at all the first-party games coming out.
Yeah.
All in the same generation. They scrapped the console crap, created a new one.
Yeah.
And they've got all these games. Luigi's Mansion 3, the new Zelda. Not the one that came out, not Link's Awakening, but Breath of the Wild. All these games are coming out. Mario Brothers, they have Mario Kart. They've got everything coming out. Then you've got all these deals they've made. You might go, well, Mooch, Nintendo might have had issues too. Look they've only been able to do Marios and Zeldas. Okay, fine. You want to walk that line? I'll walk with you.
Yeah.
They go and grab Astral Chain. They go get Marvel Alliance 3. They go get Bayonetta 3.
Yeah.
Okay, crap. I mean, it's nonstop. Fire Emblem. People are buying Fire Emblem. Shout out to the female Mooch. The Ashen Luca is buying a Switch because she likes Fire Emblem.
Hey, listen, I heard that the this Switch Lite is like selling way better than the original one. Like people are
listen, I picked one up last night. Woo!
I have a Switch. I can play the same games as the people playing a Switch Lite. It's the what have you done for me lately? Mooch wants to leave the show right now to get a Switch Lite.
Yeah.
And I know WRZ Cup probably had to pull over the side of the road on his way to Cleveland Brown Stadium. He can't believe it.
Yeah.
Right? So all the Switch talk.
I agree 100%. It is. It's it's crazy. Again, Nintendo, there's just something about it, and exclusives matter. Like they really, really matter. I just feel like people often just go, and the ones that go, hey, no, exclusives don't matter. Like, I ask you, then why isn't the Xbox doing anything? Why is nobody buying it? If exclusives don't matter, it's pretty clear that exclusives do matter. And that's the reason why, PlayStation and Nintendo are doing so well and Xbox is doing so poor, because there is no other reason. They've literally got supposedly all this other stuff as to why they're doing so good, right? It's like they've got the most powerful one, the cheapest one. They've also got, the Game Pass. They've got, EA access, they've got game gifting, game sharing. They've got all this stuff.
Right.
And yet it's like, how the hell are they still losing? And why is nobody buying? And there's only one answer. You know what I mean? And it's clear that it's going to get worse before it gets better, because their next financials, I believe, are coming up in October, and they switched their financials to whatever it is the hell that
to accommodate them looking better on paper.
Yeah, exactly. So they're hiding everything they can, because if you even go back a couple years to when Phil was talking about all this stuff, right? Phil goes, if we go a long time without a big first party game or whatever, then that leads to a decrease in users and this and that and the other thing, right? So to me personally, that says it all. Like, he let us know years ago that without big games coming out regularly, they lose a ton of users. And so they knew they were going to lose a ton of users, because let's face it, no matter how much people are like Battletoads or whatever,
right?
That's not enough to get.
I got a question for you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This is really gonna. I want to take care of the super chat real quick. Shout out to Couch Gaming. He says nobody says I'll just sell my PS4 and get a PC. And then shout out to Phil Pyromancer. Phil Pyromancer, thanks for being here and being so supportive over the years. Phil Pyromancer says Switch Lite sells for $100 cheaper than the original Switch. It sells like hotcakes. Sounds like 2013 all over again. Boy, you nailed that, Phil Pyromancer. But crap, my question to you, okay, is Sony's got a track record. Okay, they got a big-time track record of having a very poor launch lineup every single console release.
Yeah.
What are they going to do this time?
I think the main thing that they're doing is they're going to be doing, they're going to have Ghost of Tsushima. I feel like that's long rumored to be a cross-gen dance. So they're going to launch with a brand new AAA IP. Yep. There's, supposedly another Gran Turismo game. So they're going to have the racing genre covered. There's rumors about the new first-person shooter from Guerrilla Games being ready to launch, as well as possibly another Smash Brothers or Ratchet and Clank. So I think they're going to have tremendous games to launch with, because they know that it's going to be, I believe that next generation is a little bit more of a harder sit, because people are freaking super happy with the consoles they have right now. Okay. Unless you're an Xbox fan. I mean, you might be happy with the console, but you're certainly not happy with the software. So I feel like even in Sony's spot, they're going to need some exclusive software to get people on board with the PS5. And I feel like that's something that they're going to have to definitely have. And so one thing that works well for Sony is they're going to come out and announce stuff, right? They're going to announce stuff that's a year, 2 years, 3 years away. And that's going to get people excited. Phil Spencer won't do that. Phil Spencer's like that Old Faithful, eruption every however 15 minutes. Phil's going to have dreamy eyes and going to stand out there and talk about playing anywhere you want, anytime you want, on any device you want. And, he's going to congratulate Sony when they release the game. And, he's never going to announce anything new unless it's less than a year away.
Yeah.
So they're not going to announce. They're going to announce another Halo, another Forza, and that's it. They're not going to announce a bunch of stuff years and years out. It's just not going to happen. They could potentially announce the Fable game, but that's already been worked on for a couple years, and you're still a couple years out. But I just feel like the only reason he would announce that is because he has no choice but to announce it.
I completely agree, but I think we can definitely count. You can count on seeing Fable on that E3 stage next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Or wait, let me rephrase. Can I rephrase that?
Yeah.
Maybe not Fable. Whatever Playground Games is second studio's doing. That's what we're gonna see. We all say it's Fable.
It's Fable in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Yeah. It leaked to Eurogamer and stuff like that.
Shout out to Couch Gaming again, Crap. He says, Mooch, I have 2 casual friends that don't play exclusives and own PS4s. Tried to sell them on Game Pass, but that PlayStation brand loyalty is too strong. Couch Gaming brings up a good point, and he's got his scenario with his friends. I have my friends that are they have Xbox Ones, Crap. Yeah. They don't have PlayStations. And I still can't. I cannot. And listen, guys, this is a very small census pool. I'm not saying my situation is the situation around the world. It's not. But I've had this conversation, and I'll have it again later today. We're going to watch some football, bunch of friends. And I got news for you, Crap. I will try again. I'll say, guys, it's $1.99 for 2 months. Can you guys get Game Pass? And we'll link up, play some Gears. And one of them will go, oh, yeah, I'll look into it. And then never do it. And the other one will be like, nope. So, I mean, I can't get people, and they're casual. Boy, are these guys casual. They all have Xbox Ones. They watch their TV through their Xbox One still. That's pretty much all they do. Got them. Right.
Holmes.
Damn it, I hate it when Crap's watching football during a Mooch rant. I'm only kidding.
No, go ahead. Go ahead,
I'm only kidding. No, it's great. No, you kidding me? I would normally be doing the same thing, but the Giants are not doing so well.
I mean, this is like playoff caliber football right here.
Absolutely. Who are you guys playing today?
Chiefs.
Sports.
Yeah, couple 2-0 teams, man. Just
that's a great game.
Yeah. Oh man, couple 2-0 teams, man, taking on the only team to beat Lamar last year, but in overtime. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say the Chiefs are like this big thing, and you gotta when you're playing in Kansas City, sometimes you gotta withstand those first couple drives, and they just sacked them on a big third down. So now we got the ball back. See what we're gonna do, but yeah, love it, man. Love it. Love these big time games, man. Everybody hit the like button, share it out, all that kind of stuff. So for me personally, like I said, I think that, everybody that's jumping on the Microsoft thing, oh, well, it takes time. It's like, okay, I get it that it takes time, but it's $1 trillion company, and people go, well, they didn't have any studios. Well, who the hell closed down their studios?
Well, that's the
Microsoft.
Thing, Crap. We sit here, and it's like, it depends on the discussion you're having and who you're having it with. First, everybody says to me, Mooch, you got to understand, Microsoft's they're going to be $1 trillion company.
Yeah.
They're big time. I'm like, oh, I get it. But here's the thing. If you're going to sit there and make that argument, you need to go out there and lock down a third-party exclusive deal. Like when Sony was a little dry early on, you know what they went and did, Crap? They made that deal at, what is it there? From Software. And Bloodborne is still one of the biggest games on that console.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Bloodborne 2 next gen as well for Sony. Let's just be real with that, right? That studio cranks out those games all the time, and it's been a while. So you know what I mean? I just honestly, I see them having that game come out at some point. Right. It would be a big deal for them. Again, for Microsoft side, what do they like? Again, we've got to see something. They've got to show people stuff. And I know it's not just me. I know everybody's like, oh, you're just a hater. For me, they've got to show something. They can create a big AAA franchise that's great. That's not gay. That's not Gears, Halo, or Forza. You know what I mean? That's what they got to do. They've got to get something out there that they can prove that they've got that kind of oomph. You know what I mean? Like when Sony comes out with something new, like, is there any doubt that Ghost of Tsushima is going to be a really good game? Hell no.
It's going to be great.
You know what I mean? It's going to be great. That's what Sony does. So for me personally,
but isn't that interesting? Crap. You guys were saying this. I think you and J-Dub were saying this on Xbox Nation last week.
Yeah.
You were saying basically that here we are talking about Death Stranding. It's not even out yet. People are confused. Nobody knows what's going on, and it's actually in people's conversations for Game of the Year already. That's the kind of like just that pedigree you have behind a lot of these Sony titles. Shout out to Cake Batter. Crap, he says we are only 3 months from 2020. Should Xbox launch Scarlet in the spring to get a jump on PS5?
It's not going to happen. I mean,
it's not.
It's not. It's just they're releasing in the holiday. They've already said holiday 2020. So that's when I do it. Phil Powermancer, did you read that one? Switch Lite sells for $100 cheaper than the original Switch.
I sure did.
Okay, yeah, I missed that. But yeah, so for me personally, I do feel like with Microsoft, they're kind of in this rock and hard place situation, right? So they need a bunch of games announced and releasing to launch their next console, right? And at the same time, they have this Game Pass subscription where they really need stuff to come out every few months. Yeah. So they're in a really tough spot. Whereas, Sony is never really in that. First of all, Sony's going to lock down time content. They're going to lock down time DLC. They have great exclusives. They're going to go after the best of the best when it comes to the indies and stuff. So I just, it's just one of those things where I feel like they have really a lot more going for them and a lot better chance.
Do you think Ghost of Tsushima Crap ends up being a launch title for the PS5, or it's something where it comes out for the PS4 and then it also gets like a remaster, if you will? Like let's just be honest, The Last of Us 2 is going to get a hell of a remaster or an upgrade on the PS5.
Well, yeah, like if they're smart, here's what I think. I don't know if they're going to remaster it because supposedly it's running on a new engine. Why not just do dynamic, and then if you play it on PS5, you play it at 4K 60? You know what I mean? Like I could definitely see that happening. I don't know if a remaster is something that we're going to get anymore these days, you know what I mean? Or next gen. It doesn't, makes sense unless it's something that's locked. That's why I think we're seeing so much dynamic resolution, for the simple fact that when you play it on the new hardware, it's just going to scale up or whatever. So I do think that that's something that we kind of have going for us or whatever as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I think that The Last of Us 2 is going to replace God of War as the game of the generation. That's so weird having two in the same generation, right?
Yeah.
Game of the generation. It's going to win Game of the Year. And, look, Sony gets it. Sony does amazing things. Sony really, really gets it. And I feel like Microsoft wishes they could get it the way Sony does. Right. And, the way that Microsoft has, again, they were pushing stuff on Steam, and now I just saw this thing Red Dragon tweeted out. They've already lost over half their player base on Gears, which was only 10,000 to begin with. Now it's like under 4,000 or whatever. So they've lost their player base in a week's time on Gears 5. Basically, for them putting their games on PC, which, again, there's no proof that them putting their games on PC has sold any more copies of these games.
No, we'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. So the only thing that it's done is the negative side, the negative press that, hey, there are no games on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that it's really done. So is it worth it at the end of the day? Like, I just don't. I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion.
Well, shout out to Emmanuel. Hey, here's something here real quick, Crap, that we got to kind of address, because Emmanuel, I know where you're going with this, but it's not the same thing, and I'll tell you why. Emmanuel says Xbox did that with RE Revelations and Devil May Cry 5 on Game Pass. That's not the same thing that I'm talking about by going out and grabbing Bloodborne from Software.
Yeah, those are multi-plats.
Devil May Cry 5 came out ages ago when that came, whatever it was. In 3 months, 4 months in the gaming world is ages ago nowadays. Nobody, like, when people, like, if I said to you guys right now, oh, you guys won't believe it, I picked up Days Gone yesterday. People be like, hey, it's a good game, Mooch. By the way, move over. I got something else to talk about. You know what I mean? Like, It's what have you done for me lately? So that's not quite the same. And then shout out to Kev Infinite, or In Life, pardon me. He says, Mooch and Crap, you're persuading me on a PS5 next gen. But will you feel the lackluster on not playing Halo Infinite in full next gen treatment? Well, I know what you're saying.
We're gonna play it. Like you'll probably get it, but I'm not getting. I'm gonna if I want to play Halo, I'm good with Game Pass, and I can just play it on my Xbox One X.
Well, he's saying you may not get the full treatment because the Scarlet will have that much more power. Crap.
What's it gonna offer? We're probably gonna play, the Halo in upscale 4K 60 frames. Like, what else? What more can there possibly be? Yeah.
I agree with listen, I'm not going to talk you into Scarlet because Microsoft's not talking you into
exactly.
Scarlet.
If you look at Gears of War 5, right, that looks great on the Xbox One X. I imagine Halo Infinite is going to look great on the Xbox One X. There literally is no reason to buy a Scarlet. Their games are 3-4 years into the life cycle of Scarlet. So yeah, I'm just, for me personally, not huge on them. They haven't sold me it yet. They haven't really They haven't sold me on it. They haven't done a good job of showing me why I should buy one. And again, it just does not look good. You know what I'm saying? They're having a problem. So anyway, get what you want to get. I never am the type of person that's going to tell you not to play something or not to get something. When I speak about stuff, it's my own personal opinion. So for me personally, the PS5 makes sense. They're supporting VR still. They got great exclusives. They're going to continue to make great announcements. They seem to get that people really want these big exclusives. And even if you're a huge Xbox fan, their time of big exclusives is over, right? Like, they continually say, play where you want, when you want, on whatever you want, right? Like, the further we go into things, and let's say there is a more powerful Switch or whatever, I feel like the only thing keeping Game Pass off the Switch is the fact that it's not powerful enough to run the games, right? Without a bunch of, it's not the same architecture. You see what I'm saying? You have to port games to the Switch. So you can't scale. You know how Microsoft can scale stuff down? You can't do that because they're running different architecture. So that's the only thing. And then the only thing keeping them off PlayStation, obviously, is the fact that, Sony doesn't want it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want their stuff. So those are the only things that are really keeping them from there or whatever. Oh wow, you got a lot of. Oh wait, these are just now popping up for me. I don't know what the deal is. Hey everybody, hit the like button, share it out. We really appreciate it. You guys are pretty damn awesome to come out here. We know we ran a little bit late or whatever, but you guys are rocking, and it's pretty damn awesome to see all the support and stuff like that. I do, like I said, I do think that Microsoft can do something, but they're going to have to go out there and announce.
Here's the thing, though, Crap. You know, a lot of people are saying that, and I have a PC. You have a PC that can play games, right? And I'm at a point, though, where we've said this years ago, and I don't know if I want to come home at the end of the day and sit where I am right now doing the show and play a game. Like, I don't mind doing it for when I stream. I don't mind doing it for, editing videos. But, like, I don't really want to do that. So when a lot of people are saying I'm going to play it on PC, now if you go and get a PC, portable laptop, that's powerful enough. But by the way, you're spending big bucks. If you don't want to sit at a desk and you want to sit wherever you want on the couch with your portable laptop gaming device, boy, you're going to have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not necessarily a cost-effective thing. I do still think there's a reason to have a Scarlett because of couch gaming crap.
Yeah.
And I don't mean couch gaming in the chat. I mean just sitting on the physical couch and gaming. So, I mean, that's me, myself. And Crap, here's the thing. You know as well as anything that we're going to get great trade-in deals on the Xbox One X. You're going to get anywhere from $250 to $300. The box is the Scarlett's going to be about $500. That's my bet. I don't think it'll be more than that. I think it'll be $499.99.
How can that? Okay, like my only question to that.
Go ahead.
Is the X is still $499?
Right. That's a head. I'm scratching my head thinking about that crap. I mean, we're gonna have to see a drastic drop in price on the X this upcoming Christmas. Would you agree with that?
I mean, you would think so because they released that new Gears of War Xbox One X and it's still $499.
Is it really?
Yeah. I mean, I get that it comes with the game.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's like how the hell are you going to get all this CPU, all this power, and all this stuff? Like, I wouldn't doubt that it's more expensive than that, and that Microsoft just takes to listen. Microsoft doesn't give a shit about selling you the console anyway. Their consoles, right?
That's right.
So why couldn't they just go $599, buy it if you want, or just play it on the X or the S or the SAD or PC? Yeah. Right. Like I see them doing something like that. I know people are like, yeah, like I know people are going to think otherwise, but I just honestly feel like. That's something that you know what I'm saying?
Attack the Seam says, I'd put a lot of money on no one giving $300 for the X. Not happening, Mooch. Attack the Seam. I'm not talking about selling it on Craigslist. I'm talking about GameStop or any trade-in deals that maybe the big bulk stores like Best Buy or maybe Walmart might offer. I'm not talking about just a friend of yours giving. No, a friend of yours is not going to give you $300 for it. But that's part of an incentive deal. Listen, if GameStop's going to offer $300, let's just use that number roughly. Microsoft's giving them $150 back. You know what I'm saying? So that's only $150 out of the pocket of GameStop to get you to upgrade and come in and make their percentage off of the hardware. So Listen, here's my thing. I have 2 Xbox One X's. So this sounds, I know when you guys are listening to this, you're going to think it's ridiculously absurd. But if I get $300 for each of them, and I get $600 in credit, and then they're $500 a piece for the Scarletts, I'm walking out on launch day with 2 Xbox One Scarletts for $400 plus tax.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's a no-brainer, folks. Folks, that's a no-brainer. And listen, if anybody right now is making a Christmas list, okay, or a holiday list of gifts that people go, hey, what should I get you? I have no idea. Ask them for 25, 50, 30, whatever you can in GameStop gift cards, because then you can actually take your trade in, the gifts you get for this upcoming holiday, next year's birthday, and you might be walking out with a Scarlett for $15 and a cup of coffee. Yeah. All right? And you guys can thank me next year.
The thing is, a lot of people don't do that. Like the average person, you know what I'm saying? They're just going to see like a $500, $600, $600 console and just be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is going to be the problem. Now look at that touchdown.
Typical Latino says, hello, does this thing work at Mooch? That's right. He's just making sure that the super chat's working. Thank you, One Typical Latino. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Super chat's working.
It does. It's working well. Please,
help
please.
Mooch get it. Can you please help Mooch get the collector's edition for Last of Us 2?
Hey, help crap too. Why not, right?
Naturally. How about Sully? Sully's
There you
gonna
go.
Sully's probably gonna have about 800 hours into that game.
How many hours you gonna put into it, Sully?
Last of Us? I don't. It
Yeah.
depends how long it is. I mean, I don't know. 50,
I don't see the
100
Last
hours
of Us
maybe.
going. I don't. You guys see that? I don't see that game going more than 20 hours, 25 hours for a
it's not
playthrough.
that
You
long.
guys,
You're right.
does that make sense?
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm okay with that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
all right
why
with
not?
that. I don't really want The Last of Us to be 65 hours like Days Gone. I don't.
I know you were like, his day's gone over yet. It's great.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
great.
you know when you wake up and you had a bad dream, you go back to sleep, and you go right back into the same dream?
Yeah.
That was kind of like the last hour or so of Days Gone. I'm like, I did this mission. No, you didn't, Mooch. Yes, I did. No, but you didn't. Damn it. And you do it, you keep going. I think they were just kind of force-feeding at the end. Love the game.
Yeah.
But that game could have easily crapped for a platinum. Could have easily went from a 60-hour game. Could have very easily been a 40-hour game.
Yeah. I agree
You know?
100%. Yeah. 100%.
Sir X-Man says Mooch GameStop might not be there next year. Support your local GameStop, Sir X-Man. Go in. They're selling shirts.
They-
Buy a shirt.
yeah, they're selling they're selling everything, man. Everything must go.
Kevin
Get 'em
Life
out
says,
there.
Last of Us 2 donation, $4. Thank you, Kev.
I gotta do that too, man. Hey,
Crap. It's rumored to be $280. You know how many Mooch and Craps?
$280. What's it
You know how
come
many
with?
Mooch and Craps? I'm gonna have to do Mooch and Craps for the rest of my life.
Free blowjobs? Dear God, man. Come on, it should come with something.
$280.
Yeah, like holy crap, that's expensive, man.
We better be getting a lifelike statue of Joel. I'll pose next to it.
Brooding Joel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't wait. Listen, I got news for you there, Crap. I can't stop. It's even become a household discussion. I'm talking about The Last of Us 2 like it's coming out next week, and it's so far away.
Yeah.
It's so far away.
I agree. 100%.
And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Okay? Mooch has been saying this for a long time. You can't tell me you just saw a Gears 5 commercial yesterday. You can't tell me you saw a Gears 5 commercial in the theater last week. Okay? They had to do the Gears 5 stuff 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. We're doing a Last of Us event. It's one of their flagship games. Gears is a flagship game. Why would you advertise it the day it came out? It's too late.
I agree. 100%.
There's people right now, Crap. There's people saving their pennies for The Last of Us 2 Collector's Edition. Mooch being one of them. Okay? And it's 5 months, 6 months, 7 months out. We don't even know. Could come out in April.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I do.
You know, and you know, here we are. Someone's like, Mooch, you were wrong. I just saw a Gears 5 commercial on Hulu last night at 3 a.m.
Yeah, hey.
I stand corrected.
I saw a little like 10-second commercial with some kind of weird woman singing. And yeah, they're like, here's Kate.
Yeah, what's that?
Listen, their whole marketing for that thing has been a little bit weird for me. Even the stuff. Yeah, even the stuff that's just like Xbox Game Pass. They don't even advertise it as like an Xbox game, but they advertise Xbox Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like that to me, that whole thing is just weird to me. You know, like I can't imagine that they sold next to anything. You know what I mean? With that game, I wouldn't imagine that this game. Listen, I know people damage control it and go, but they had 3 million that first week, and you know what I mean. And they'll add to it, right? So I'm sure we'll hear 5 million at some point, but that's not 5 million concurrent players. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like how when they announced stuff for like State of Decay 2
or Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, like as bad as State of Decay 2 was. Sorry, Sully.
Boo this man.
Like that game, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't 6 million players on there, 5 million players on there concurrently. Like people turned it on, pissed in somebody's food, and lost 100 foodstuffs, and then quit. You know what I mean?
I tell you, you know, guys, we say that all the time. Well, me and Crap are playing that game, and I'm out there, we're fighting a horde of zombies, and all of a sudden it's like, you got to get back.
Why?
Jimmy just hit a rusty nail to our only apple tree. The apples are falling too fast and the tree's dying. I'm like, but I'm fighting a horde. How about get the lazy sheriff that wouldn't come with me to fix it?
Exactly. Should we kick out the sheriff?
I would if it was real life. I think
Exactly.
It's time for you to do your part.
So somebody's complaining. He's starting fights.
Sully,
What's that mean?
What's with the lazy characters in State of Decay 2?
I don't know. My characters are all awesome because they're all badasses already. So
that's just because you're nice. Nobody wants to let Sully down. I wouldn't. Right. I'd want to be in a ref. I would definitely be in a camp with you, Sully. In an apocalypse.
Sure, absolutely. You know, it's because Sully's going to get everybody running.
Sully's like, Mooch, I need you to build a fence. All right, Sully, I just got done building a moat around our fort, but that's fine. If you want a fence too, I'll do it.
Exactly. So for me personally, it's just like, it's one of those things. Do you think Microsoft looks at Game Pass and even stuff like Outer Worlds as like a big win for them or something?
I think that's how they're portraying it. How it's actually being deemed internally, I don't know.
Because that's the new thing that I see. Because I was like, hey, there's no new exclusive for 15 months or whatever. Right. And they're like, well, I'll be playing Outer Worlds for $1. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, listen, I don't expect Outer Worlds to do very well for multiple reasons.
It looks like ass. Is that a reason?
Boo these men! That game's gonna be. It's gonna be fire.
Let me give you guys an example. Let me do an apples for apples comparison for you, Crap. So Diablo 3 is a smash success, right?
Yeah.
It's been bought numerous times over and over again. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, 360, PS3. It was everywhere. Just hear me out.
Yeah.
Torchlight. Does anybody know? I'm going to fill in. Some people, everyone's like, oh, I know Torchlight. Some people don't know what Torchlight is.
Yeah.
Torchlight is made by a chunk of the Diablo team that left Blizzard, right? And they went and made their own team. And now they've got Torchlight 1 and 2. Now, did Torchlight 2 do okay? I'm sure it did okay. It doesn't hold a candle to Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Now, Outer Worlds is from the original makers of Fallout, okay?
And Fallout New Vegas.
Yep. Right? New Vegas. But the problem is it's not the same. It's not going to get the same recognition. It's just not. So then you take that on top of the fact that Microsoft doesn't advertise it. It's nowhere. Nobody knows what Outer Worlds is. That's not on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or not watching everybody on YouTube. Right? And if you're not following an Xbox guy on YouTube, you really have no idea what Outer Worlds is. So
Outer Worlds, what's that?
Yeah,
Fallout fans know what Outer Worlds is. They're gonna. Well, you might be right. It might not do good on Xbox, but on the other platforms, it'll do fine. So that's what I'm thinking.
Why wouldn't it do good on Xbox, Sully?
Well, it's on Game Pass, so it's probably gonna sell 10 copies, and the rest is gonna be all on Game Pass sales. But
that's all right.
PlayStation 4.
Nine Life says Outer Worlds has 10 million views. I haven't looked. I'll check that out.
The Fallout folks are gonna gravitate towards that game because that's kind of the game people wanted from Bethesda in Fallout 76. People felt burnt by it, so they kind of gravitate towards that.
I tend to believe what everyone that's written me has said. Mooch, I have it, but I'm pre-ordering it on PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, it's on Game Pass. And I don't know. I don't think that it's a big I don't think it'll do smashing on any console, to be honest with you, but maybe it will do well.
Yeah.
It comes out in October.
Right.
I believe it's October 25th.
25th,
But
yes.
Modern Warfare comes out right around that time frame, does it not?
Yes, it does. So that's
I feel
a
like
big
I'm on the
problem
show by
right
myself.
there. That's a big problem right there. So,
right? I mean,
yeah.
Is it Modern Warfare coming out, Sully, very shortly there, right around that time frame?
It's very similar time frame, yeah. I don't know the exact date, but it's pretty close. But, yeah.
So, Crap, I don't know if Crap had a mic.
Isn't it October? Am I back?
It is. Yeah, you're back.
I'm back.
It's in October. So, I mean, listen, I'm all about I'm going to try Outer Worlds. I mean, I'll be playing it on Game Pass.
Yeah, I probably won't. I mean,
well, that's not your bag.
Yeah, I mean, Fallout in space, just not my thing.
Well, here's one here. Kevin Life, he says, everyone's playing Modern Warfare on Xbox, Activision confirmed. Well, Kev, I'll be honest with you. That doesn't surprise me.
What did Activision confirm? Were they like everybody's playing it? More people are playing it on Xbox. Did they say that or?
I don't know. I don't think their press would ever say anything like that, considering they have a deal with Sony. But I think that there is. I have seen some things, Crap, that are saying a lot of people are playing it on Xbox. I do think that listen, when it comes to first-person shooters and Call of Duty, why Xbox let the Call of Duty contract expire and let Sony take it, I'll never understand. That game still sells like mad every year. Yeah. So I don't understand. That game is so fixated so well with Microsoft.
Oh, here, let's speak of damage control. They didn't have any money, Mooch. Terry Myerson.
I know.
And Phil had a headache, and but
Phil had a headache.
Great. You can't keep content away from other players. It's rude. And,
right.
Why would you want something? It's bad for the industry. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
Blah 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 blah. Just excuses after excuses.
It really is. I don't understand that. And I mean, now Call of Duty, what is Crap? There's a lot of good things going on with Call of Duty, though, that you're excited about. First of all, your campaign's back. Captain Stunuts is back.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm telling you, I'm excited.
Captain Stunuts is going to be extremely excited this year. He had a year off, Crap.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah.
After that debacle, right?
It was a successful debacle. I wouldn't mind having a debacle like that in my business.
Yeah.
That game sold great. Yeah, it didn't do well in the long run. I mean, as far as I think popular opinion, but it did well as far as sales. I mean, that was, it is what it is. I don't mind them. Listen, they took a year off, and look how great it is now. Yeah. Let them take some time off.
Well, listen, I think that, Black Ops 4 didn't have legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the problem. So Black Ops 4 technically sold okay, but there wasn't the legs there because, people that, there are people that buy it for the campaign. And the fact that it didn't, not only that.
That is true.
It was so obvious that they wanted to put a campaign in it, but just flubbed it, So, again, it should have had all the stuff that it had, plus a big campaign, because that's what makes it Black Ops is the campaign. Otherwise, it's just something else, That's what I was trying to tell people. Okay, so when you look at what Microsoft or what they're doing with the new Modern Warfare, they're even going to add a blackout mode or whatever it is for free later on. Yes. So you get all the content. Like, that's what it should have been in the first place. Like, all that extra stuff, not, let's replace the campaign with this, because I don't hear anybody talk about blackout anymore. You know what I mean?
No, I don't either, to be honest with you. Shout out to Kevin Life. He says, meaning no one is playing Gears this weekend. Well, Crap, I downloaded.
I don't have anybody playing Gears on mine, but they weren't playing as soon as Borderlands came out. Everybody was playing Borderlands.
It was, I can't remember, somebody, who was it that tweeted it out yesterday? Somebody tweeted out, they copied me and you on it. They're like, I'm looking at my friends list, and all I see is everybody playing Borderlands 3. And they're like, I don't see anyone playing Gears 5. I want to play Gears 5. Borderlands 3 is a phenomenon. Listen, regardless of the hiccups it launched with, it's a game that people are already playing a second or third time through with a different character. Guys, Borderlands is not a joke. It's a big game. I've been saying this. It's a juggernaut.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Shout out to Def Jam Bam, who's here. Def Jam Bam goes, good afternoon, everybody. Good morning to you, Def Jam. We know Def Jam just woke up.
He did. He's like, hey, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm busy posting all these memes about thick women on
No, you kidding me? I wouldn't mind it. He keeps doing Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
I can't take it anymore.
He loves Mortal Kombat. Oh, I hear somebody playing Mortal Kombat. Is that you, Def Jam? Are you losing the next gen after being up?
That's me trying to actually catch up so I can actually play one round with him. It's a button masher.
Hey, look, it's Xbot 4. Hey,
shout out to the Xbot.
I don't even want exclusives for 15 months. No. Phil Spencer, he's so dreamy. I wouldn't
Xbot, listen, Crap, Xbot loves his games. He loves his games. He don't care.
Oh, come on. He cares.
Listen, I got news for you. When I see Xbot stream, I'm there. That guy, he loves his game. He's played Gang Beasts.
Hey, everybody.
You got to give him credit. I was like, what is this? He kept talking. I watched it. I said, he actually makes it look fun. I got news for you guys. Only Xbox 448 can make Battletoads appealing to the Mooch. I'll watch him. He'll probably get me to play it.
You won't play it. Or if you play it, you'll stop playing.
I probably won't get far.
Yeah, you'll stop playing almost right away. That game looks horrible. It looks terrible.
It is odd, Crap, that they went with that. I mean, they say they have their ear to the ground, but I don't know if they do.
Yeah, I don't really understand what the thought process is with that game.
Right.
It just really doesn't make any sense to me, because at the end of the day, people they liked the Battletoads look that they had in Killer Instinct. And so the fact of the matter is, when they kind of dropped that, it's just not a good look in my opinion, for like this cartoony sort of weird, and it looks so slow. And so, you know what I'm saying? It just does not look fun.
Right.
That's the main thing. Like, I would be okay with it and not give it crap if it looked like it was fun. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't look fun at all. It just looks like it just looks like another terrible Game Pass filler game, and that's not really good, So I just really think that's that's just so Microsoft, how we used to have that joke, that's so Sony, like,
yeah,
hey, that's so Microsoft, we thought we were past all these like low scoring games and stuff like that. And I know Xbox will be like, meta who, but it's like, at the end of the day, you got to have some kind of quality content on there, or people are going to jump off the platform. And I just feel like people are
well, you know what, crap, I got to be honest with you, Asatness, or I can't remember, it's hard to pronunciate some of the names here. He says modern animation is better than Streets of Rage 4. Basically what I wanted to say, he's kind of twisting the words a little bit, but I like where he's going with this. Crap, Battletoads, okay, is a newer, cartoony looking version of like what we played in Streets of Rage. And I got news for you.
Streets of Rage move faster though, you know what I mean? Like, this game does not look like it's moving very fast.
Well, listen, crap, you might want to document this one. Look at that. 9Live says, I'm an Xbox guy, but Battletoads ain't it. Wow.
Dude, I know,
even
like,
9Live.
even Dirt and all these guys say it looks
Dirt
like
said
crap.
it too. Yeah.
Like, when you look at the gameplay that we saw, what was it, like thousands of people downvoted it? It does not look very good. It's not a very good look. I don't get why they allowed that to happen. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Boldly Beaver? O-Snake says, crap, cut Xbox some slack. Oh, I cut him some slack, man. Come on. I had him sweating on Crossfire, man. Like, when there's not really much you can say. If you're an Xbox guy, great, but let's be real.
Yeah.
When to say that the Xbox isn't going to have probably the most trying time in the history of Xbox the next 15 months would just be an outright bull-faced lie, because they have 15 months of literally nothing AAA.
Right.
Okay, so no matter if you're a Game Pass fan or not, it could be the greatest thing in the world, but you're not getting a single AAA exclusive from them in 15 months. This generation ended the day Gear 5 came out. That's when the generation ended for them and their first party with their AAA exclusives.
Yeah, everybody went on vacation. Even Rod said it. I'm on vacation.
Exactly. And that's par for the course. That whole damn everybody at Microsoft is on vacation. Their work is a vacation.
Of course it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's great to work there. Shout out to IMLMNOP. He says you can play harmonica in Death Stranding. Crap.
I'm there, man. I'm already getting. I'm already going to get that. So
I got news for you. Hopefully, anybody in the chat that's got to hook up to Death Stranding, let the Mooch know. But crap, let me say this much: there was something that was going on. It happened yesterday, I believe. Of course, Jason from Kotaku was all over it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Def Jam says, I'm sorry, Battletoads is not the game Xbox needs right now. And he's right. Look,
Def Jam's right.
Lord help us if this game comes out around the time The Last of Us 2. Like, this shit writes itself, okay? You've got Last of Us 2 launching, and Microsoft has Bleeding Edge and Battletoads. Like, it's gonna be a very trying time for Xbox fans. I always say, like, hey man, get ready, because it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And the fact that Microsoft are hiding their numbers from investors tells you everything you need to know.
It's a head scratcher for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that tells you everything they need to know. They're definitely, they're definitely preparing for the bad times. When you don't have any content, again, Game Pass is fine, but isn't the goal to have something come out every few months? Can you really sustain? Can you imagine Netflix going, we're not going to add anything new for 15 months? Oh, well, how many people would abandon Netflix at that point?
Yeah.
Or any service. Well, you can't do it.
The thing about it, Crap, is I see where you're going with that, and that's going to be a tell. The problem is, though, Crappy, the reason your example won't in the end hold water, and I'll tell you why. We all signed up for $1, and they were smart when they did this, Crap. They didn't do the $1 thing for a month or two. When they did that initial deal for that month after E3 or the month and a half, it matched your gold subscription. So now everybody has Game Pass for at least a year. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Well, that's the reason why
that was the point.
Everybody's like, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. Letting
that's
you have
no
Game
glitch.
Pass. Yeah, it was no glitch. Microsoft's like, damn, we've got some problems here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's no glitch. They knew that they weren't going to have anything, so they've got games like Outer Worlds, games like Bleeding Edge. They're probably going to get something again that's 3, 4, 5 months old, like Devil May Cry, to put in there. Okay, and that's what's going to keep people going. Well, it's great. It's great. The value's great, and it's funny because I get it. It is great, but I still think deep down inside, they're not hitting the core audience they want. They want the casuals to think it's great.
Yeah.
The hardcore. Did you hear me? I'm doing a fund Mooch. Let's help fund Mooch for The Last of Us 2 Collector's Edition. I don't buy Collector's Editions crap.
I agree.
Okay, hey, I don't want scratch and sniff stickers.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Hey, Xbot goes, everyone will be talking new hardware in 2020. Well, wouldn't they be talking the hardware when there's still games coming out for it? Like, Microsoft isn't going to just suddenly start talking about a bunch of games. Okay, so why are we going to talk or be excited about new hardware when Microsoft has utterly failed to provide any new games? Again, we get new hardware. Yeah. But where are the new games to go along with the new hardware? We got Gears. We're going to get Halo. They're going to announce Forza. Where's the new AAA IPs at? And if we got to wait another 3 years after the Scarlet comes out, then who gives a shit at that point?
The initiative is still saying things on Twitter, something similar to like, we're hiring for this, we're hiring for that. Dude, you guys have an all-star team. The people that you have right now, you should be able to make something amazing.
Yeah.
Like, let's start making the game. You don't have to keep tweeting out, we're looking to hire, we got it. Like, you have so many all-stars now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, right now, remember the NBA team crap, the all-star NBA team? That went to the Olympics. At this point, they've got starters, they've got the bench, and now they're looking for all-stars for Towel Boy.
Yeah.
All right? Or someone to fill up the Gatorade.
I agree.
Like, we know you got the all-star team. Now deliver.
Yep.
You don't have to keep saying we're looking for another all-star, fill in the blank. We get it.
Exactly.
I want to talk about this before we
Hold
go.
on. Xbot says, crap, you're not a good fortune teller. Listen, Xbot, I can tell you right now, because of Game Pass, it doesn't behoove Microsoft to release a bunch of stuff release date, okay? So the little bit of stuff that they do have, like, trust me, I hear stuff. Forza Motorsport 8, they might announce at E3, but it's going to come in spring of 2021, right? Because they're going to need a constant flow of games to come out with their new console. So Halo is the game that you're getting at launch, and there might be like something smaller, but it's basically Halo multiplats and small shit, and then you'll get a Forza Motorsport. And then who knows what the hell else, because they don't have much. They don't have this stuff that's constantly leaking like Sony has, right? Like, there's what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Do we like Undead Labs? We know they're making a State of Decay 3, but who gives a shit?
Boo this man.
Sorry. It's just the way most people feel, man. Like, unless they can make it look like Days Gone and have a good story and great co-op with that actually works and you can progress it, I don't see that franchise doing much. But okay, so you got Undead Labs again. They're going to make another State of Decay game. You've got Double Fine. They're still working on multiplats, and again, they're a AA studio. In Exile, they're Wasteland and Bard's Tale. The best quote we can get about Bard's Tale 4 is, "It's okay," from Sully.
Hey!
It's okay.
It's okay. I like it. It's
okay.
He said it right back to back. It was great.
Hey,
great.
Dog of War says Crap was a good fortune teller on the Insomniac acquisition. He was talking about it months before it happened. You're damn right I was talking about it months before it happened. So, again, I just don't trust that these new studios are doing much. But go ahead. What was your point again?
Who, me?
Yeah, what was your point?
Oh, I wanted to actually, I was switching subject. I wanted to get into the Kojima tweet heard around the world in the past 24 hours. Did you hear about this crap?
No, what is it?
Oh, okay, you got to hear about this. So he apparently has a tweet out, and I'll try to pull it up here in a second, crap. If you want to pull up Kojima's Twitter, you could actually find it because it's all over the place. People won't stop talking about it. He came out and basically said something along the lines of like, it's he was kind of thanking himself about the directing of the game, the casting.
He's like, good job, Kojima.
Yeah, he was patting himself on the back. And I mean, and then you had Jason from Kotaku and a bunch of people being like, how dare he do that? How about thanking your team? What about the hundreds of people working for you or the 100 people working for you or whatever he's at? And I said, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a second. Aren't we sitting here for the past 2-3 years after the whole he left Konami thing, saying this is the reason that Konami said that they wanted to. Konami said that he was full of himself and arrogant and this and that, and they didn't want to work with him. And everybody was like, no, screw you, Konami. We're with Kojima. So Kojima comes out and makes this tweet, which I had no problem with. I mean, that's who he is.
Yeah.
He's always been like that. He is the artist. He's the conceptual thinker here. He's the one overlooking a lot of the work. That's what he's saying in his tweet anyways. And now everyone's like, how dare Kojima say something like that? Well, that's who he is.
Yeah.
That's the personality he's always shown. Like, and I don't think it's a bad thing. You either like him or you don't.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, oh, the hell with him. But like 2 weeks ago when he was patting himself on the back, everyone's like, that's so Kojima. Well, what kind of media outlet are you? Are you in favor of him?
I don't have any problems with him doing that. You know what I mean?
I don't either. It's his work.
Yeah.
Listen, I got news for you guys, okay? Everybody that's listening to this show knows about that one amazing 5-star steakhouse. It's in your local area, okay?
Yeah.
I don't care if you're in New York City. I don't care if you're in California, Florida. I don't care. Texas, it don't matter. When you walk in there, of course the entire place has about 100 people working, 150 people working to make that place thrive and do well. But when the news or the media or anybody goes over there to talk to anybody, what do? They talk to the owner.
Yeah.
The owner comes out and he's like, well, I'll tell you, it's been grueling. It's unbelievable amount of work. But me and my family came up with this idea ages ago, and we put our recipe to work.
Yeah.
And it's been something that the entire town, cities loved. And we're going to be here for you. That's what I do. I get up every day for you. No one's mad at the owner of the restaurant, but he's not talking about the people that are helping clean up at night, setting up the table, the person that put the sign outside, somebody that's got the specials of the day written on the chalkboard outside. He's not talking about those people.
I agree.
Because it's his business. Now, if the business does bad, he gets all the blame. So if Death Stranding stinks, who's going to get the blame? The people that work there, the people that work there at night. No, Kojima.
Yeah.
If this game stinks, Kojima gets the blame. So if he's going to go out there and pat himself on the back, that's him. That's the way he is. He's an artist. We can't defend him on Monday for one thing and then hate him on Friday for the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get.
Hey, I don't get it either. You know, it's one of those
confused.
things.
Who's yelling this early?
I don't know. And Xbox, I'm not saying Halo's a negative. I'm saying that shows how desperate Microsoft is. And I'm saying that game, you could replace Infinite and put it as Halo's Last Stand. Because if that game is bad, personally, I think that's the end of Halo. You know, you had the Master Chief Collection debacle. You had Halo 5 looked upon as like the worst, the worst campaign ever. Mismarketing, bad marketing by Microsoft. Like, if 343 don't get it now, and maybe they're, look, they have executives leaving. People are leaving 343 at a record rate. Like, every day it seems like people are leaving. It doesn't seem like if things are going smooth in that department that so many people would be leaving. So I think Halo is a good game. It's just not the game it used to be in terms of what it's just not. And the fact that it's not exclusive anymore also hurts it. So, just it is what it is. People aren't gonna want to pick up the latest Halo and get the crap kicked out of them by someone with a keyboard and mouse. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, shout out to 9 Lives. He made a good point, Crap, just to go back real quick to the Kojima thing. He says, Mooch, he says Kojima should have thanked his team. That's what a good leader does. 9 Lives, I just said it to you in the chat too. I agree with you. That's how I would run it. That's how you would run it. But I mean, that's not how Kojima is. And listen, that's not a knock on him. I actually respect certain people that are true artists that do what they do, and that's the work they put out. Yeah. And if that's how he's going to go ahead and turn this around, trust me when I tell you, I'm pretty sure that the people working for him they're always like, everyone's in pictures. Everyone's always hanging out with them. Everyone's like, I can't believe it. I actually had a cup of coffee with Kojima. I went to dinner with Kojima. There's all these people taking pictures. Apparently, he's well received in the business. So I don't think we can really, attack him for this tweet. That's Kojima. He's the artist. You know, the captain of a ship. Listen, you know, Crap, the Titanic, when it went down, you know who got the blame? The captain. But it wasn't the captain's fault.
Yeah.
They said the ship couldn't sink.
It's true.
It's the engineer's fault.
100% true.
But the point of the matter is, the captain gets all the blame.
Yeah.
So if he's the captain of that ship, let me tell you something. If Death Stranding's a hit, get ready for the Kojima tweets. He's going to be all over himself.
Yeah.
But
hey, Xbot, a lot of people weren't leaving Naughty Dog. You know, now imagine if dozens of people and the creative fucking director leaves Naughty Dog leading up to a year before the release of this game. Like, I think that would be a problem. And I think we did mention when Naughty Dog lost some people for Uncharted 4, there was a problem. And you could tell that there was a little bit of, when it comes with the story, they dropped the ball a bit there with having the brother that just appeared out of nowhere. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, Xbot, I do remember that too. And I'll tell you, I was harping on that. And it was true. So when Naughty Dog was losing people left and right before Uncharted 4 came out, if you guys read, and you know, I always plug the book because even though I don't always like the reporting Jason does at Kotaku, his book is very good.
Yeah.
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. He gets into Uncharted 4. It's one of the chapters. And when they lost all those people and the Amy Hennig thing happened, Neil Druckmann and his team that has been working on The Last of Us, they had to put that down for a second and go back and work on Uncharted 4.
Absolutely.
So it is a big deal when you lose these creative people. Naughty Dog had to deal with it, and now 343 is probably dealing with it to a certain extent. But again, we won't know this, right? This book came out way after Uncharted 4 came out.
I'm just saying, like, it does seem a little odd. A year, 15 months away from release, and you're losing executive-type people. Like, that's not good.
It does seem a little bit odd, but again, you know what? Who knows?
Yeah.
There's like 85 Tuesdays in a week, apparently, in the gaming. This gaming industry is like any other industry in the world, Crap.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. So, anyway, it's about that time, you guys.
It's about that time. And what a great show, Crap. I got news for you. I couldn't believe how fast this went by.
It stormed by. Incredibly fast. It did.
I was so excited, Crap, about today's show. I thought the Giants were playing at 1 o'clock. Sports, but they're playing at 4.
Yeah, they're losing at 4. Wow.
Oh, hold on, Crap, okay?
Sorry.
Today's a whole new day.
It is. Rookie
Daniel
quarterback.
Daniel Jones. It's going to be great.
Anything can happen.
Anything. Well, listen, I don't care about anything. I'll just take a win. So if we get a win, that'll be great.
I hear you.
Shout out to Sully, who did some outstanding work today. Sully, thank you for everything you do, buddy.
Thank you.
Shout out to Crap. Crap, any plugs anything you want to mention?
Just CrapGamer reviews. Check it out. We'll catch you guys later.
Absolutely, guys. Check me out, twitch.tv, the Mooch78, and also here. Guys, if you're here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get Mooch to 9,000, will you? All right, guys, we'll do it again next week. We'll see you guys on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Crossfire. Peace out.
Peace.
Roll that song, Sully.
Here
we go.
MNC, it's MNC. He gon' rack it up, get your game on, and he gon' bag it up. Y'all know what Mooch on, Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. It's that time to get ready for the MMC show. Grab your coffee or your liquor, cause we ready to roll. They talking games, custom gadgets, and you already know. Dial that number, leave them questions, and away they go. Be a pony or a bot, the truth be it don't matter. We just gamers talking games, not those drama queens matters. So let's talk about gaming, news, leaks, and reviews. This a fan show on whatever topic y'all choose. True Xbox fans, and y'all know we bleed green. Yet we got every console we can play, everything. Got that Forza, got that Halo, got that Fallout, got that Kratos, got that Zelda, got that Spidey, got that AC, got it Ike. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. We just talking about games, no drama. That's how we do. MMC stays a show just for the people. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug to be a fiend to. Gaming is the #1 hobby we all keen to. Mooch and Crap, bringing gaming opinions and facts. MMC is back on the map. It's the best for show, and that's that. It's MNC. It's MNC. It's Mooch and Crap. It's Mooch and Crap. MMC is